Popular, whatever you call this, YouTuber Kwebbelkop has been making the news recently due to replacing himself with an AI model. And I'm here to explain why this is completely irrelevant. So Jordi started off the whole AI thing with his Tyler Ninja Blevins VTuber, but instead of Fortnite, he was making GTA videos that appealed to kids and a certain commentary YouTuber. The next step was replacing himself with a VTuber model, which is unironically one of the most disturbing things I've seen in a while. Something about it is just so unsettling. But he very recently released this video called The End of Kwebbelkop AI, which was fully AI generated. Everything you see and hear was made by the thing you used to cheat on homework. Now, it's still a bit disturbing, but this is impressive, right? This is the next step in content creation. Or is it? And I don't mean technologically, even if I'm not the brightest fella, I can see that this is impressive, especially for an independent owner. I mean in terms of evolving YouTube content and making it easier for creators. I would claim that not now, and not in the foreseeable future, will AI be able to replace all content creators. Firstly, AI doesn't create, it just mimics the input you give it, meaning that it will always be a copy. It will obviously be able to pick up speech patterns and facial expressions and everything, but it won't have a personality. An AI model, no matter how good it looks, will never possess the unpredictable goofiness or out-of-the-box thinking that people do. It can generate a million GTA YouTube videos that are perfectly edited, but it still won't have that soul. People make mistakes, tell stupid jokes, scream weird things, tell beautiful stories, and this establishes a strong connection with the viewer. Your favorite YouTuber will make you feel something that AI probably never will. Unless you're Kwebbelkop, I guess. Batman couldn't get this information out of me. Now this ties into my second point, which is, if AI is able to easily replace you, then you weren't much good to begin with. If you are so emotionless and lack any distinctive personality, then fine, yeah, who cares, turn into AI. In the case of Kwebbelkop and many others, it's obvious that AI can replicate these videos, like anyone is able to describe word for word what's going on in the video. In contrast, there are still many YouTubers that AI can't replace, only mimic. So if you take a replaceable YouTuber, it doesn't matter if he's swapped out by an Apple emoji or another dude that is better at Roblox clickbait. But here is where the argument that all AI bros are making comes into play. This is only the beginning. And I agree, how could I not? It's pretty bad now, but it only improves from here. I just fear that with enough training, in the distant future, AI models can not only replace us, but be so much better. With enough data and learning, they would essentially know how to act human and create the most entertaining and highest quality content within minutes. AI could make content that is so good, so funny, so emotional that it burns our receptors and we become completely detached from everything, not perfectly crafted. It still wouldn't be human, but how could it tell the difference? We might be opening a Pandora's box here. But for now, all it can do is tell me to not eat the ball in the avocado. Thank you, person from my nightmares. Very cool. And anyway, that's a problem for future us. Who cares? It doesn't affect us now. Does it? Even if you couldn't tell this was AI, you probably still wouldn't watch this content, but someone else would. Someone who can't see the difference yet. The average child who is parented by YouTube Shorts more than his actual parents won't notice or even be able to process what an AI creator is. Kids content on YouTube is a whole other can of worms, but I think they deserve at least some sort of human interaction. So, Mr. Steve Jobs here, are you fine with exploiting children? How do you feel not being a part of the problem but stepping it up? Good, probably, you're getting even richer from this, who cares? Apart from money, the reason Kwebbelkop does this is even more money in the future. He was burnt out from doing YouTube so long and lacked the motivation to keep grinding, which is completely understandable. But why, instead of taking a well-deserved break, you have to find a way to keep making the big YouTube bucks without putting in any effort towards making the videos? He says he does this to help himself and other creators, but it's very obvious where the final goal is. If you're still watching, I'm genuinely interested in what you think about this whole schmuckle, so feel free to have a chat if you feel so. Personally, I'm all for AI assisting us, but not so much for replacing what makes us special in the first place. If one of the main reasons to live is good interactions with others, what will there be left?